Thank you. Welcome to another exciting episode of You Don't Know. Just to remind you, Ben, we need to speak up a little bit.
Yes, sir.
I'm here with Ben, a new friend of mine, new acquaintance here in the Illuminati Stronghold of Asheville, North Carolina. The home now of Daces, Texas, oddly enough. Anyway, we've got a very interesting human interest story concerning a wild animal that weighs about 600 pounds that has befriended Ben out in the woods. He's had numerous contact with this animal. He's now moved into the city, which, if you know anything about Asheville, North Carolina, you know the entire city is a forest. And this bear has come in at night trying to establish contact with Ben. We're going to go over a number of these stories. But first, with your permission, I'd like to do just a very brief personology reading on you for our viewers, if that's okay. It's just reading a couple of pages from this book. Okay, so did you say December 3rd?
December 3rd.
December 3rd. Some of the audience members know about, Gary Goldschneider and personology and all this stuff. But you just kind of take what you like. If some of it resonates, fine. If some of it doesn't, just take what you like, disregard what you don't like. But I found this book to be very provocative. So December 3rd, the day of ingenuity.
Wow, that's great, because I'm an engineer.
You're liking it already, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know I was born to be an engineer. I did not know that.
Those born on December 3rd let very little stand in the way of realizing their visions. Ingenious in carrying out their plans, they can be as secretive or manipulative as they need to be to get where they want to go. Yet this is not per se a day of great personal ambition. Those born on this day, rather, are more interested in their creations, family, jobs, or hobbies themselves than they are in gaining fame or power for its own sake, which stands in direct opposition to some people you know. Fascinating, isn't it?
Right.
Especially since we're one day away from being polar opposites on the side of the calendar.
Yeah.
Because December 4th is the opposite. Okay. Perhaps, to some family members' dismay, December 3rd people may not be overly concerned with making a financial success of themselves. Both craftsmanlike and creative gifts are the legacy of December 3rd people. Often technically oriented, they may in fact qualify as perfectionists. Yet frequently enough they are able to strike a common chord in their fellow human beings who, respecting their dedication and single-mindedness, will often take the trouble to show interest in what they are doing. Such interest is not essential to those born on this day, who are quite able to continue working with...
Head west on Granada Street toward Granada Street, then turn right to stay on Granada Street.
Being left alone. In fact, those born on this day require a high degree of privacy. And at certain crucial...
Why do you think I have my own home?
Did that resonate with you?
My own home, my own room. And I don't share it with anybody.
Well, thanks for sharing it with my audience.
Yeah.
Yet often technically oriented, they may in fact qualify as perfectionists. Yet frequently enough, they are able to strike a common chord in their fellow human beings who, respecting their dedication and single-mindedness, will often take the trouble to show interest in what they're doing. Okay, I kind of went over a little bit too much there. In fact, those born on this day require a high degree of privacy.
Yep.
And at certain crucial junctures in their lives, may need to withdraw completely from the world.
Oh my gosh.
During such
That's
periods, which usually come after the age of 30, how old are you?
42.
42, okay. That's after the age of 30. They may even come close to being known as recluses.
Oh man.
It is almost as if they can only achieve their maximum concentration by being alone and able to plug into some higher source. Indeed, their accomplishments sometimes seem inexplicable without benefit of a higher power or inspirational force which acted as a guide. This is not to say, however, that December 3rd people are particularly devotional or religious people. On the contrary, they tend to be highly rationalistic, perhaps even a bit cynical. One danger for December 3rd people is that they will get so caught up in their work that they will neglect their personal development. Indeed, personalities, their own or others, may not be of the greatest interest to them. Basically, in their minds, they have been given certain mental tools, talents, and physical abilities to work with, and that's it. But hopefully, sooner or later, they will see the wisdom in getting to know themselves at a deeper level, searching and probing themselves with the same intensity they give to their work. If they do take this step, the quality of their work can become more universally human and less specific or technical. I wonder what work it may be referring to.
Body work.
Body work?
Yeah.
Are you talking about physical exercise?
Yeah. Working on your body.
Do you work
your
out?
Mind. I don't work out, but I ride a bike. Does that count?
Oh, so your cardio is probably pretty good shape.
Well, sure.
Fascinating.
Sure. Cardio is up there.
And let me ask you, I have noticed that around here, you're not the only man who walks around shirtless, but you are, I have, noticed that. And this is I don't think this is a facetious or a stupid question or anything. Do you think it's aroused the interest of any chicks?
I don't know. I got lazy, and I think I grew. I let myself grow some man tits. You know what I mean, a little bit. But like, I think you're sexy. So, and some girls think they're sexy. So who cares? It's just what I think. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I've noticed. I'm not saying you're a ladies' man, but I have noticed that you have friends of all different, sexes, colors, and.
If I just had straight muscle there, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be as attractive, because I think fat on a girl means that she has something to take care of, and if she takes care of her butt and she works off the fat, why can't I work off the man tits, right? And then that means I take care of myself.
So do you are you saying that you like chubby women in particular, or don't like?
I do.
Because a lot of times, I'm just being frank with the audience. A lot of times they do have larger boobs.
Girl
Not
that
neither here nor
is
there.
taking care of herself by eating food, gaining weight, and then exercising.
Okay.
And I take care of my chest the same way, right?
Well, yeah.
Do push-ups, not every day, but just once in a while, so that I can know that I'm still able to do them, and then pull-ups.
Okay.
We rarely do pull-ups because
how many
we're not in the
pull-ups can you
military.
do?
I can do 50 pull-ups. I used to be able to do 50
Are you
pull-ups.
fucking serious, dude? Let me tell you, I'm freakishly strong, and people are often amazed to see that I can, without working out or whatever, I can do 10 or 12.
When I hold my dog like this is doing a pull-up, basically, right? You think you're actually lifting 220 pounds when you go up over the bar? And no, because you're lifting minus your weight in your arms, because your arms are doing the work and they're not moving up. All that's moving up is your toes, your midsection, and then whatever is in your torso. If you stop using those muscles in your torso, then you won't be able to do that many pull-ups. But if you start using it, you get lighter, and you're just all of a sudden you're just lifting your legs up and going up and down over the bar. That's how I did 50 pull-ups one time, and that was in the military. I wasn't in jail.
That's phenomenal.
Then when I was in jail, I did 50 pull-ups or something.
50 pull-ups?
Yeah.
Well, how many push-ups have you done?
Push-ups, probably hundreds.
Yeah.
Hundreds,
I could
thousands of push-ups a day.
You would, but like in one set.
In one set, I probably got up to like 100.
Yeah, I could probably pull off about 75 right now if I had to.
Right now, I could barely get 20 right now. I'm that out of shape.
Yeah.
It's not a competition, It's trying to beat myself, or it's a competition against myself, right?
Get your personal best.
Yeah, and my personal best wasn't when I was in jail, or it was, I guess, because then I had a lot of free time and I wasn't using drugs, and I could do a lot of body work there, but I didn't feel like I got strong. I didn't feel any stronger. You know what I mean? because it's all in your head.
It really, yeah.
It's all in your head.
It's hard
If
to
you
know.
can do one push-up that hurts really bad, then you just beat yourself. You know what I mean? And really, to do one push-up correctly, that should be good enough, you know, for you all day long.
Oh,
I
there you
think.
go.
How many push-ups did you do so far today?
How many push-ups could I do when?
No, how many push-ups did you do so far today?
0.
0, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to beat yourself, you got to do one push-up. Because if you want to beat yourself and compete against yourself and be better than yourself, then you got to give me one push-up.
Well, that's easy.
That's easy?
One push-up? One correct push-up?
One correct push-up.
Yeah, I can do one correct push-up.
Well, let's demonstrate. Let's demonstrate for the camera a correct push-up.
Okay, I'll go first.
You go first, and what you think is a correct push-up.
Okay.
And I'll judge you. I won't judge you, but
Well,
I
you
will.
can critique me. I mean, you
Okay.
know, we didn't, you know, we're here to do shit right.
Yeah.
Bottom line. So I'm changing the camera right here, and I'll be kind of.
Okay.
I'm gonna
do
just
the
do it
best
right
push-up you could possibly do.
Check it out. I'll do it like this. A
No, you
Jake's
can't use
push-up.
your stairs. No.
No, just kidding.
You gotta do it
I'm just kidding. Okay.
with your nose and your
I don't know if they'll be able
have
to
hit
see me on the
ground.
camera here. Let me adjust it a
And
little bit more.
Then you have to push all the way up to where your elbows don't lock out, but they look like they lock out.
Okay.
But you don't lock them out because you're going to do one push-up. And then after you don't, and then you got to go down and touch again and go back up. And then the second time you have to lock it out.
Okay.
Okay? Because you're it's a rhythm. Yeah. Okay, one.
Was that correct?
No, it's not correct.
Why not?
Because you didn't lock out your elbows. Go down, don't lock them out yet, and then go come up, and then no, don't lock them out. And go,
Oh,
and then,
don't lock them out like that?
Yeah, don't lock them out, and then go back down, and then now lock them up. No, you're not doing it right.
What am I? I'm
Here,
locking
I'll show
them?
you. I'll show you a correct
Okay.
push-up.
All right. Yeah, demonstrate it.
You need to
Demonstrate
get
how
one
the
push-up.
Marines do it. The Marines.
This is a correct push-up.
Push-up. All right.
Let me show you.
This is the correct push-up.
Like
Get
this.
out of the way.
Okay, so you have your hands right by your shoulders, right?
Okay.
Directly underneath them, right?
Yeah.
And when you go down, you gotta touch your chest and your nose to the ground.
Okay.
Like this.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
And then when you push up, you don't come to where you lock your elbows yet. And then you come back down, do it again, and then push all the way up, then lock, then that's one.
What,
That's
you
one
can
correct
lock every
push-up.
other push-up or what?
Huh?
You can. Oh, that was a full push-up. You guys, I'm on there.
Oh.
That was
I'm
a full
drooling.
push-up right there. It seemed like 2
I'm
push-ups.
having so much fun, I'm drooling.
But-
No, it's not 2 push-ups.
But
That's
you,
one push-up.
because you locked at the end.
Yeah, you see how I went
Okay.
down, and then that didn't end it, and then I went down again, and then I pushed all the way up
Okay.
and locked it up. When you locked it up,
Okay, let's see if
That's
I can
one.
do it right this time.
you can't lock your elbows the first time you do it. It's the second time you come back up, and you have to touch your chest, your nipples, and your nose to the ground.
Okay,
so I gotta make
chest,
sure.
nipples, all
I
right,
gotta
here
see.
we go.
All right.
All right, okay, we're being audited on this one. Okay, so my things are separate.
No, your nipples aren't touching. Yep, there you go. Now up. Nope, very good. Now touching. Oh, you missed it again. Your nipple wasn't touching.
Oh, okay, let me do it again.
Make sure it touches.
So that's
Good.
how the Marines do a push-up.
Yes, sir.
Did I get it right or close or what?
You got half of it correct.
So I got half a push-up.
I can't say you did a good job, though.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, that was pretty
So,
technical right there. I got to
You
admit.
beat yourself today.
Got
And
you-
that's the goal, right? To beat yourself.
Well, now check it out.
You
There's
weren't going to do any push-ups, were you, today?
Huh?
You weren't going to do any push-ups, were you, today?
I can do any push-ups.
You weren't going to do any push-ups, were you, today?
You know, I probably would not have. I wasn't planning on not doing any push-ups, but then again, I wasn't planning on doing push-ups. So yeah, you've got a very good point there.
You beat yourself. You learned something.
Yeah, and so
And
now,
you know correct push-ups. Now, in the Marine Corps, they say do 10 push-ups, right? Which to the Army is 20 push-ups, I guess. You know what I mean?
that is somewhat ironic.
Right? Or the
Let me
Navy,
move
that's
back a little
20
bit.
push-ups. And
That is
they have a push-up scale, test, you know, see how many push-ups you do.
Absolutely.
And so they're incorrect.
Yeah. I mean,
Totally incorrect.
why do
'Cause
you
you can do a push-up anyway.
incorrect?
You can put your butt up in your air, you can put your chest, as long as your nose and your nipples touch the ground and you don't lock out on the first time you push up and then you go back up the second time and they lock out, that's one push-up.
Nose, nipples.
Yes.
All right,
They
so
must touch the ground.
let's go ahead and
Or
read
it's
the
not
second
a
page of your
push-up.
reading,
Okay.
if you don't mind. Now, this is numbers and planets having to do with your birthday. Now, I think, oh, that's just a leaf in your beard. Okay, so December 3rd, you know, we have that. Okay, numbers and planets. Those born on the 3rd of the month are ruled by the number 3 and by the planet Jupiter. Those ruled by the number 3 generally try to rise to the highest positions in their particular sphere. But as mentioned, those born on December 3rd display a greater interest in their work itself than the advancements of their career. For December 3rd people, Jupiter rules Sagittarius as well, thus granting still greater emphasis to the expansive and optimistic nature of their personality and work habits. Those ruled by the number 3 love their independence and thus do well in business for themselves or working as freelancers. Tarot. The third card of the major arcana is the Empress, symbolizing creative intelligence. She is the perfect woman, the ultimate feminine Mother Earth nurturer who embodies our dreams, hopes, and aspirations. Her steadfast qualities are often exemplified in December 3rd people who can be faithful friends and loyal family members. This card represents positive traits of charm, grace, and unconditional love, but also negative traits of vanity and affectation, as well as intolerance for imperfection. Health. December 3rd people can often neglect their health and that of their families when they get carried away with their thoughts and activities. Consequently, they should simply schedule regular checkups with a trusted physician. Very much concept-oriented, they seldom fail to see the efficacy of thinking and reading about physical and mental maladies, but they must do more than be merely informed. Their technical orientation is to be encouraged in matters of diet, showing an interest in the content of food, calories, vitamins, and relative protein, carbohydrate, fat composition, for example, will aid them in the choice of a healthy menu. As far as exercise is concerned, that's interesting. Only a perfect push-up. What? No, just kidding. Okay. As far as the exercise is concerned, only moderate physical activity, such as walking, bicycle riding, or swimming, is recommended for some reason. Okay. Usually, the emotions and sexual preferences of December 3rd people are intensely private matters. Their modesty and need for privacy must be respected. Advice: show more interest in yourself and your personal development. Sometimes delegate responsibilities to others without worrying because of becoming too reclusive. Maintain contact with the world and help those around you. Meditation: if one burrows deep enough, one may come out on the other side. Yeah. Well, that's badass. That's pretty good.
Oh shit!
What happened?
My dog! Sam!
Oh, it's the emergency. That's it for this episode. See ya. Okay, look. We're still recording here. I'm going to be honest with you. Ben has left the camera. He's no longer in the frame. This is going to be a very good human interest story. Ben is interfacing with a wild animal, a 600-pound bear. Okay, I am willing to film this if we can catch it on film, which I think we're going to, which means I will be in the proximity of a 600-pound wild animal, one of the most ferocious animals known to humanity, and that is the bear. It can outrun you. It can outsmell you. It can outsee you. It can kill you with one swipe of its paw. We're talking an animal that weighs 600 pounds. Okay, because of me and one of the challenges I'm facing right now. Right now, I weigh about 162 pounds. Okay, so this bear is quite larger than me. Supposedly he has a head about that big. I'm not going to have Gunter here with me. I mean, let's just be real about it, folks. It's possible I could lose my life. When we go to interface the bear, and there's no guarantee that we'll be able to, but I have a feeling we're going to be. It's a wild animal. I mean, will I be scared? Probably, but I'm good at managing fear. You don't want to show fear to a wild animal, especially if it's territorial, and especially since it doesn't know me. Ben has fed this animal a number of times, but he was worried that if he didn't, the bear might, in fact, eat him. You know, you cannot pretend to, judge or ascertain the mind of a wild animal, especially a wild bear. It'd be foolish to do something like that. Some of the viewers, some people might think it's foolish for me to try to video document this, interface with the bear, with Ben and the bear, even possibly with me and the bear, because will I be putting myself in harm's way? Will I be taking a risk of losing my life? Absolutely. Absolutely. We're talking about a 600-pound wild animal that has been known throughout history to eat people, to kill people through territorial reasons we don't necessarily understand. And I do find it fascinating that my last name Mahon, obviously, Anthropos is a pseudonym.
Thank you, Sam.
Douglas, come here. What happened?
He ran away.
What?
You guys get up here. Up. I'm shutting the gate.
What happened?
He ran away. Come on, up there.
Who are you talking to?
Dogs. Don't do that again.
You were talking to who?
My dog. It's your shirt.
You were talking to the law?
Dog. The
Oh.
dog.
Who's that?
Sam.
Oh, is it the person downstairs?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, so that concludes this episode. Ben, thanks for appearing on this
right.
episode, and hope
Thank
to hear
you.
stories soon about your interaction
Like this.
with the bear.
All right.
All right. Signing off, Anthropos.
Done.